Hello and welcome back to episode 34, Club 7 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with Bayern Munich because we haven't managed to find a new job following the World Cup. We did get sacked from the England job, but the managerial merry-go-round didn't exist. The only person who went from club management to international management was the Lille manager. Which moves us on to talking about transfers. Normally, this is where I have it going all over the place, swiping through our new players. We've only got one player. It's Eduardo Trujillo coming in to be a holding midfielder alongside Dude. Well, not alongside him, but rotating with Dude. And just to be a better option than Morin. Outgoing, we've sold a few players, mostly youngsters. Soderstrom is one of the bigger names, 16.5. Hernandez for 15 million. Popov for 3.1. There's not a lot going on this year. We have got one other transfer that we've got coming in, potentially, is Gilberto Castillo. He's a right wing back. My thinking is Trent is now 35. Yeah, 35, turning 36 in October. So he's going to be starting to need the rest a lot more. So Castillo is going to come in and do the job alongside Ditloff, with Trent still being an option for us, but largely that is going to be changing. So with it in mind that we've only got one transfer to actually tell you about, we're going to come back today. We're going to play the Hertha Berlin Super Cup and also the first game of the season against Leipzig. So a tough start to the season, but we get another attempt at the Champions League because there was never anything worth applying for over the summer, so I didn't bother. I was tempted to leave and start a managerial merry-go-round, but thought I don't want to get stuck without a club altogether, so I decided against that. Let's see if we can finally get our hands on a Super Cup. And the lineup for today's game against Hertha Berlin, it's one that you will recognise. Kitenge in goal, Hoffman and Bakari at the back two, Ditloff and Rao as the wing backs, Dude sit in the middle of them, Kolev and Grumman in front of him, Pedri in the number 10, Ocampo and Lambermont up front together. For some reason, when I play particularly Super Cups, Community Shields, I like to play the team that largely got us there, i.e. the team from the year before. I have Trujillo on the bench looking to make his debut today, and he probably will. It's just a case of I like to reward the players that won us the league, so they will be starting. Although Elas has put Hertha Berlin 1-0 up very early on. And I'm going to be completely open with you here. I got to half time at 0-0 a few minutes ago, and then realised I hadn't plugged my microphone in. So I just thought, well, it's 0-0, we'll just cancel the recording. So I've redone the recording, and this time we've gone 1-0 down within 2 minutes, which is fantastic. Really happy about that. So we're now needing to get back into this with this Pedri free kick. Grundman is in there and he heads just wide of the post. But a very good free kick in from Pedri there. And Grumman just can't keep it on target. Elas plays it back to Karatovic. It's back to Elas, who's looking to find a way into the box. Marcos sends it across. Ditloff heads upfield, finds Lambermont. Back to Pedri, who's running through on goal. He's got men with him. He takes it round the defender. He takes it all the way, and Vincenzi forced into a very good save there. And now Pedri sending the corner in. Hoffman's at the near post, and Hoffman heads over. One thing I am going to do here is I'm a little bit mean. Going to make sure that we kick that striker who's got a knock on him and just try and force him off the pitch. Oh, I'm a horrible person. Kolev plays an ambitious ball, finds Grumman, and Rao is the recipient of the header. but loses the ball, and now Hertha Berlin are breaking. Dude takes the ball straight off the striker and plays it back to Katenge. And we play our way out from the back. Hoffman getting very close to giving the ball. Why? Why have we done that? All that work passing it around to boot it to their right back. Why? It's so frustrating. And we're back giving them a corner away. Which I understood why my team did that sometimes. Let's keep the tempo up, but play shorter passing. Elas now on the ball, plays it to Marcos, who plays it very far behind the left back and makes him run back for it. Goes back to the right hand side with Karatovic. Rao trying to prevent a cross, doesn't manage to do so. And Elas makes it 2-0. I'm so annoyed at this. I'm annoyed at myself because the game where I didn't have the microphone and we were dominating that game. The game where I reset it because I've made a mistake with the microphone. We then get torn apart. Oh dear. Left back now for Hertha Berlin only finds Pedri, who's breaking away. He's, come on, 3-on-2 here. Lambermont makes it 2-1. Very nice run from Pedri. Played the ball at the right time, and Lambermont prevents the defender getting a foot on it. This was more like it. Finds Lambermont, who takes it away from the defender, takes it round the keeper, and gets us back into this game. And now it's back with Hertha Berlin on this next highlight. Marcos again under pressure from Pedri. Lots of pressure coming here from our midfield. Pedri's nicked the ball again and he's breaking. And he lays it off to Grumman. Kolev gets the shot off, but it's well over the bar. Never troubles the goalkeeper. And we're back with another highlight for Hertha Berlin as they take a throw and finds Fernandez. Kolev is marking him, but to play through behind Ditloff, trying to prevent the cross, but Katenge gathers the cross anyway and makes sure it doesn't matter. He then goes long towards Ocampo, who manages to head the ball down to Grumman and exchange the ball there. Ball out to Ditloff on the right-hand side now. He's got a chance to get a cross in, goes down in the box, and a foul's been given. That looked a bit of a dive. But we're not going to complain. It's fine. It's a penalty. We're going to put Lambermont on the penalty. He's probably the player I feel most confident in scoring here. And he does exactly that. Take lessons from Lambermont to England. I'm looking at you, Howarth and Harris. Take some lessons. Fantastic penalty from Lambermont there, as he gets us back on level terms going into half time. So we're going to tell them we've been the better team, because I think that during the rest of that half we have been. We are going to bring Dude off for Trujillo, get him his debut, give him some minutes and see how he gets on. We're not going to bring Pedri off because he's got a bruised shin. I don't care about a bruised shin, mate. Pedri with the corner. Hoffman's at the near post but heads over the bar. And now we're starting to grow into this game. We're going to make another change here. We're going to bring Rao off for Henrique and Grundman off for Tegan. Two players who aren't performing particularly strongly at the moment. Bring them off. Send on some fresh legs. Marcus with a free kick. It's headed away by Hoffman, but nobody's going to be there to collect it other than Hertha Berlin. Tegan heads the ball away. Ocampo brings it down. We're 2-on-2. Lambermont's with him. Lambermont's played through, and he gets tackled by Karatovic. You're not giving that as a penalty, are you? That's not a penalty. We're getting a VAR check. And the referee's now going to come back on the pitch with his decision. It's not a penalty. It is a penalty. Lammermont smashes it down the middle. It's why the referee did that. What? Why did the referee say no and then go, yeah, it's a penalty? Okay, sure. That made total sense to me. If anyone can clue me in on what just happened there, I would really appreciate that, because I am absolutely clueless. We're going to go a bit more defensive now, drop down to cautious and try and see this game out. That was a weird highlight. And we've got 6 minutes of added time here. But it looks like we're not going to get another highlight. We are going to get another highlight. Hertha Berlin with one last throw of the dice. Henrique heads away. It goes to Karatovic. Gravenberch with the ball in behind. Elas one. Oh my god. We can't even hold a lead with 30 seconds to go. This is going to go to penalties, isn't it? And it's going to make me relive it's going to make me relive what we've just gone through with England. At least, our players are competent at penalties here, he says nervously. Let's tell them home advantage is a human. Ditloff is demotivated. I've told you. Why are you complacent? Oh, you're not taking a penalty, so I don't really care. Let's tell the people who are taking penalties we've got faith. They're mostly alright about it. Elas is going to take the first penalty for Hertha Berlin. 2 episodes in a row we've gone to penalties, and Elas slots his penalty away. Lambermont is up next for his third penalty of the game. De Meyer now stepping up for Hertha Berlin. Oh no. It's happening, isn't it? Pedri steps up with his bruised shin and gets a very good penalty into that top corner. Karatovic is up next for Hertha Berlin. A man who's given away a penalty in this game and hits the post in the penalty shootout. A lifeline. Kolev stepping up now. He's injured as well. Don't know what's wrong with him. But he steps up and buries the penalty anyway. Next up, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not doing it. This guy steps up and buries his penalty, and this guy can walk away very happy with that. Tegan is up next. He places penalty on the spot. Oh. We cannot win a Super Cup, can we? We just can't. We don't have the bottle in us. We can win the league. We can win the German Cup. We can win the La Liga, the Champions League with Barcelona. We got to a Champions League final with Bayern Munich. But the Super Cup, not a chance we can win that. We get beat every time. For goodness sake. I'm not watching them lift the trophy. I'm walking out. I'm throwing the bottle at them. Learn how to take penalties. For goodness sake. Absolutely dreadful. Let's go and see how we start the season against Leipzig. And we're back to start the season now against Red Bull Leipzig. We've got Katenje in goal. A back four of Castillo, Fran, Bakari and Henrique. Duda sitting in the middle of those wing backs. Kolev and Grumman in front of him. Pedri in the number 10. Ocampo and Lambermont up front together, as you would expect. In between this game and the Hertha game, we played our German Cup first round. We had a simple 3-1 win with a rotated side. It was very comfortable. Pedri with a cross early on, and Bakari heads over the bar. Nearly a fantastic start for us there, but not quite going in the top corner. Kolev has head down to Lambermont, falls to Pedri, who you have to question, should he have took a touch before getting that shot away? But early on, it has been all Bayern Munich. Fran is on the ball here. He plays it inside to Dude, sends it across to Bakari on at left centre-back. The ball goes forward. Lambermont heads down to Castillo, who plays it back to Kolev. Back to Dude, who goes all the way back to Bakari, who finds Henrique on the left-hand side. It's back to Dude and back to Bakari again. Back to Fran, who finds Henrique on the left. He's got a bit of space to run into this time and wastes it with a shot. I was hoping he was going to, take it inside and put a cross in, but no, he blasts it miles wide of the post. Can we change his player instructions? Shoot less often. There we go. Maybe that will help. Fran plays it to Castillo, and we're very patiently coming out from the back here. Pedri finds Lambermont, who's one-on-one with his man. Can't get the cross in though, and then it's cleared away for Fran to collect. And we build again. Kolev finds Ocampo, who finds Henrique, who drills it across the front post, and eventually Ocampo scored. I think it was kicked against him by Pagado. I think there was just a whole bunch of rebounds in there if we have a look here. So Henrique gets down to the touchline. Lima clears it, and then, it's a mess after that. Pedri got the shot off. It hit one defender, hit Ocampo, hit the defender, hit Ocampo. The defender tried to clear it, hit Ocampo and went in. It was a mess, but we are 1-0 up. And very nearly pegged back pretty quickly there. But that's the closest Leipzig have been to our goal. That's the only shot they've even had. Whereas we are looking very in control at the moment with keeping the ball well. We're having lots of shots, creating chances. Leipzig haven't got going at all so far, although Marcio is one-on-one with Kitenge and forces him to a good save. Castillo just clears the ball away, and that is that warning sign. We're just going to drop that defensive line down a touch to make sure that they don't get in behind too easily. And as we're approaching half-time, we have another highlight. Castillo throws it into Dude. Lambermont plays it back to Castillo and inside to Kolev. And then it goes back inside to Dude, who sends it to Bakari. We're able to switch the play again here. Finds Henrique, who's going to go on another run towards the box. Takes the shot, and Lima with the save. I've just told you to shoot less often, Henrique. You had another great chance to cross it in. Cross it. I'm getting very annoyed at him, as you can tell. He gets into such good positions and then he just goes for goal anyway. Castillo throws it into Lambermont, who's gone down in the box. And really, that's going to be given as a penalty? It is given as a penalty, and we need to get Lambermont on the penalty. Not sure it should have been a penalty, but it is what it is. When you get given them, you've got to take them. And we make it 2-0. A very good start to the second half here. And hopefully it can be a good start to the season where we can really take the title back completely from Hertha Berlin. Yeah, we've took it back 1 year, but they did win 3 in a row. Henrique, this time with a very nice finish into the bottom corner. We are making a statement on the Friday night of the Bundesliga kicking off against a very strong team as well in Leipzig. We have come here and dominated the game. you saw from the transfers that I made, obviously we bought Castillo in between episodes for 40 million, well, 30 million pounds rising to 40 million. Him and Trujillo, there's not a lot that I felt was necessary to improve this team. And I stand by that. I think we've got a really, really good team now. I think we'll win the league again. And obviously, I think the Champions League's a bit more difficult to put a guarantee on. The league, you can kind of say, well, over 34 games, you're going to get the team who's most consistent win the league. I think we can do that. The Champions League, you're a little bit more... You need a bit of luck in there as well. Castillo on the ball here, trying to find space for a cross. Actually finds Kolev, and it's back to Castillo, who then crosses in. Henrique. It's 4-0. 2 goals from Henrique. And on that note, we are going to make a change. Trujillo is going to come on for Dude. And also we're going to see Sevdet come on for Pedri, who we're just going to give a bit of a rest to. Lammermont with a free kick from very deep that Lima easily claims there for Leipzig. And Kolev heads down to Henrique, who finds Grumman on the left-hand side. Trujillo plays it to Sevdet. And then it's played between the two. Castillo now in space on the right-hand side. Plays it inside to Kolev. He again goes back to Castillo, who then crosses it in, and Lambermont is at the near post. That is 5-0. And it is a fantastic start to the season now. Lambermont with 2 of his own, just like Henrique has got. And we're going to send Centurk on now for Ocampo to see the last 25 minutes of this game out. Kolev making a tackle. We're not letting them get anywhere near our goal. It's fantastic. We're going to throw some praise out there. We've just been absolutely ruining their day. They've not got going at all. We're able to even... Yeah, we're going to be able to lower the tempo a bit more. Start to time waste even. Just because... We don't need to exert unnecessary energy here. The game is dead and buried. Bayern Munich are going top of the table with a +5 goal difference on the first day. A fantastic start. Jagahubi now in space for Leipzig, and even then the finish is horrendous. This has been absolutely fantastic for us. Starting the season as strong as you possibly can. Let's go and see where we're going to come back in the next episode. What a start. So what will happen now, we're going to have a little think about where we're going to come back for the next episode on Saturday. It may be the first or second Champions League game. It's going to depend a little bit on who our group is. Of course, we're finally seeded in the number 1 slot, which will be nice. We should get a slightly more favourable draw this year than what we've had previously. And we'll come back for one of those first 2 games. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment if you think we need to be making this our final year at Bayern Munich. Are we going to walk away with the league this year? And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.